Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Henry and welcome to an exciting video this amazing Friday evening. Thank you for joining me everyone. Today we have another exciting video about flight simulators, and today we are going to show a wonderful free tool, or in this case website, that can help you plan your next cross-country flight in the sim, whether if you're flying over cities in X-Plane 11 or soaring over a soaring course in good old Flight Simulator X. This great tool can help you plan a great cross-country flight. So today we're going to be looking at skyvector.com. It is an American website, so it does have American charts. However, they do have international data and some southern Canadian airspace that you can look at. So today we're going to go over quickly how to use skyvector.com. It's a free website. Heck, you don't even have to sign in to use the flight planning software. And again, it does have multiple maps. It does have a lot of flexible planning tools. And we're going to go over those very quickly today. All right, here we are at skyvector.com, aeronautical charts. And yeah, this is basically what you get. This is the US down here, the Great Lakes, everything else. So skyvector.com is a great free tool in the sense that you can zoom all the way in here. Let's just go back. Again, I'm Canadian, so we're going to look at southern Canadian airspace here. So this is Pearson Airport. As you can see, it has your airport markings, your airspace markings, everything else that you need. On the top right here, we can say we have some different labels here. So right now we're looking at World VFR. So we're looking at the VFR charts. This is all probably very familiar to you all, especially if you look at pre-flight briefings for Flight Sim. However, if we switch to, let's say, World Low, we switch to the World Low Airways. So again, you get like your VORs, your Victor Airways, and then we have higher on routes. We have all your different charts. So again, whether if you are planning an airline flight, a 737 cross-country flight, or whether if you're just doing some gliding cross-country, you can kind of suit your needs. The other nice thing about SkyVector is that you can get airport information. So if you have a large airport, let's say Pearson here, just click on the dot or right click and you can click the name and it brings you to a nice little page with all the information you need. So runway headings, the radials, the frequencies, to all their navigation equipment, everything else. And it's a very useful site and it's all up to date. So with that being said, with older programs such as Flight Sim X, you're probably going to run into one or two problems because, of course, Flight Sim's starting to get really old now, so things do change over time. But X-Plane 11 does keep things a little bit more up to date, which is nice. So you'll have less problems in X-Plane. And now let's get to the nice, wonderful flight planning tool. Probably the main reason why you're all here today. On the top left, we have a little button that says Flight Plan. If we left-click this sucker, this guy comes down. Again, if you use ForeFlight or something, this might seem familiar. Awesome, you can click and drag this guy wherever you want. So let's say if we want to have a cross-country flight from here to London. So let's zoom in, Collingwood. You right-click, and then you plan from Collingwood. So that's our departure. You can go direct, but let's say if you want to use the VOR, you right-click. You can actually select MANS, so our VOR. And look at this, your magnetic heading, your distance, nautical miles. And look here, we have our distance, our ETA, and of course you can change your speed, everything else, altitude, fuel burn. You can do everything. And then after that, let's say we want to go to, you can also use coordinates as well. So GPS, you can plan a GPS coordinate. Fly over Stratford there just because. And then right click onto London. Beautiful. So if we zoom out, we have our wonderful little flight with all our headings, all our distances. And up here you have your total distance, your total estimated time, and of course everything else that you really need, right? And the really cool thing about this is that if you click Navlog, it'll bring you to a nice little PDF. So again, you can print this off if you want, and you can get all your headings. You can sync it to real-world weather in Flight Sim. So this is a great tool for practicing your cross countries because you get your magnetic heading, you get your distance, you get your estimated times, this is a really cool tool. Yeah, again, this is good for pretty much most of the world, right? So here we have the main continental US. You can zoom all the way in here to look at all your TFRs, everything else. However, let's say if you're based somewhere different. Let's say if you're in Europe or somewhere. There you go. There's the UK here. And again, the rest of the world isn't as high definition or charted as the US, but you still do have your basic airways, your airspace, everything else here. So again, it's still a great tool, and you can still plan. So if you want to come from this all the way to back to Canada, or if you want to plan across France, or if you want to go in Russia or South, the whole world's open to you. All right, and it's a really cool free software to have. Follows the curvature of the Earth. Look at that. You can have your great circles and run lines and everything else. Now, there is one important thing I want to stress about SkyVector is that this is a real-world tool. You know, you can log in, you can file flight plans. So with that being said, if you are using this for flight sim, it comes with common sense, but obviously, please do not file a real flight plan through this. It's important that you don't file a flight plan because, again, you don't want real-world implications. You don't want people looking for an aircraft that does not exist. So, again, please do not file if you're just using this for flight sim, all right? That is kind of a stupid move if you do. With that being said, if you are a real-world pilot and you want a nice planning software, I personally use ForeFlight. This is not a sponsored video. I'm just saying that I love ForeFlight. It's like SkyVector, but on steroids pretty much. You can put in your own aircraft and everything else. I highly recommend ForeFlight. Nothing but praise for it. It's a little bit more expensive, but you know what? I think it has a little bit more usage than Garmin Pilot at this time. But again, this is a different video. There you go. So again, whether if you're flying in North America or you want to plan a flight out of Hamburg, Germany, this is a wonderful free tool. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, everyone. I hope you all fly safe. And as usual, happy landings. And if you do plan any cross-country flights and sims, let me know how they go. And if you do fly in real life as well, let me know what you guys use. Do you use ForeFlight as well? Do you use Garmin Pilot? Or do you use SkyVector? Let me know. And let me know if you have any cool stories you want to share about them. Have a great day, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this little free tool. We'll link it in the description. And have a wonderful day.